President Vladimir Putin looked pretty grim-faced when he was receiving reports from the military last week, and the chief of the military was assuring him that this was being dealt with. Certainly Russia's been rushing reinforcements, tanks, artillery, troops to try and hold the line and push back against the Ukrainian incursion, but so far, as you say, they haven't succeeded, and there's every evidence that Ukraine is attempting to expand its presence on Russian territory.
It very much seems like a high-risk move on the part of Ukraine, Tony.
It still occupies a proportion of Ukraine, and also simply to pressure Russia by bringing the war directly to its people. There are tens of thousands of Russians now who have fled the fighting, and Russian state TV is trying to play down this incursion by emphasizing the degree of help that people are being given as they flee their homes. But these are not images that Russians expect to see about their own country, and that's very much a morale boost for Ukraine and a psychological hit for Russia.
OK, so that's on the part of Ukraine, Tony. Do we have clarity on what their objective is?
Yeah, they've been keeping their cards very close to their chest. I mean, there's all kinds of theories. One was simply that they were trying to divert pressure on the front in eastern Ukraine by indeed forcing Russia to move reserves and resources back into its own territory to counter this incursion. But there are other theories that suggest that maybe it's trying to seize territory for some kind of bargaining chip later down the line against Russia, which, as you know, still occupies a proportion of access, so that it can check on both the source of this fire and any consequences. They say at this point that there's no sign of any elevated radiation risk, but clearly there is some discussion there about what caused this fire. There are reports that perhaps it was the result of a drone strike, and the IAEA have been very, very concerned to ensure that this nuclear plant doesn't become the scene of exchanges of fire. So they'll very much want to know what the cause was and what the outcome and the damage has been.
From Ukraine.